Hello everyone! This video about how to assemble the leg for RoboDog version 3. This is already pre-assembled leg, and this is part that required to assemble one leg. Let's take a look to the assembled leg. It consists of 5 servos, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one here. Inside the legs there are 2 torsion springs that help servo motors to reduce the load. The torsion springs return the legs to its initial position. For example, if I press, then you can see that the legs return to its initial positions. So it's a little bit help to motors and saves the power. This is a hip for the left and right leg, and this is how the leg attached to the hip. And now we will start to assemble this part for the right leg. Now let's assemble this part. It consists of 2 items joined together. And inside this item there is a torsion spring. You need to attach this horn to this part and to this part. But first you need to align it with servo. First of all, you have to switch the servo to the controller and set the servo position the 500. It's middle position. And in middle positions the horn should be aligned this way. It should be aligned in this. So in result, in servo middle position 500, when attach servo this way, it should be, this item should be in this way, not this, but directly down. And also make sure that there is no gap between the horn and the item. Let's continue assembling the leg. All horns attached. And now let's put the servos in their positions. Result we have this construction. Now each servo should be set to position 500 in its servo middle positions. So you need to attach the controller and set the servo position, and after that attach the horns. So in servo middle positions the horns should be placed this way. And the same for the second. Set the position of servo 500 and then attach the horn. And the same for this part. This part is here. You also set the servo position to 500 and attach this part. It should be placed for 500 this way. And the same for this servo. And fix it. So in result, we will get something like this. This is how this part looks like. And the leg will be attached here, lower leg. Now about torsion springs. You have different positions where you can set the springs. The main idea is that the torsion springs for upper part should try to keep the leg in these positions. And torsion spring for this part will try to keep leg in this position. And when I put it here, it returns back. And when instead to put the leg in this position, when I put it here, it returns back. And taking this into account, you have to place the torsion springs accordingly. And a little bit tricky with the right leg. So the torsion needs to keep leg in this position, and I have to place it this way. So I place it this way, and it's going to this slot. And now, let's see. Yeah, torsion spring tries to return leg to the correct position down. For example, if we then attach it to the hip, the leg will be returned down by torsion spring. Now let's put the spring cover. It's going under the spring. Now the cover attached and spring secured. Now let's put the lower torsion spring. So also the idea that it should keep the leg in this position. We attach leg. So spring should go this way. And let's put everything together. And now we have to lock both parts together using the small screws. Also, these parts should be also joined together using the side screws. And from other side also. And this part also has screws inside that keep it together, and they also should be tightened. And from other side. So in result we have a solid item with springs that works well, and this one too. Now let's attach the lower leg. It's simple. Just put it here and tighten the screws. Now let's assemble the hip. Put the bearings first. And these bearings required for this gear. This will keep the gear in place. And now the leg almost ready. And we need to attach it to the hip. So we need to first put bearing to this part, and then put it here. So how it will look like the result. This is right for the right leg, right rear leg, for our leg. And one more bearing needed for this item. Now let's assemble the hip. The first we need to attach this one using this hole. This central hole should be glued. This screw should go to this central hole. So now I attach it, and this is how it looks like on the robot. It's a real part. And now we have to attach this one here, and this screw is going here in this hole. Looks like this. We need spacer, and after that we fix it. And now tighten this screw. And before that, make sure that in servo center position, before you assemble it, the leg have this position. So select the servo controller, put the servo position 500, and in this position leg should look like this. And after that you can tighten. And now leg is ready. Now let's see how leg connected to the robot body. It's going like this. So this is how the leg connected to the body. And now let's talk a little bit about servo IDs. Each leg has 5 servo, and the leg enumerations. This is the leg number 1, this is 2, 3, and 4. And servo enumerated in this way. This is the ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then the rear legs 11, 12, 30, 40, 50. And this one will be 60, 70, 80, 90, 20. A few words about servo offsets and positions. In middle positions, when each servo has position 500, the leg should be in these positions. Here is a 90 degree, and here is a 90 degree. And take into account that this joints has 2 servos per joint, and each servo actually working against each other. So if servo offsets are not correct, then they will get hot very fast and even may burn. So don't connect all servers at once. Make sure that you at first set the correct offset for each server, and only then try to control the robot, move it, and so on. And also use the correct controller that monitors the servo temperature and tap the overheat protection for each server. The controllers that I published on my GitHub implemented some of these algorithms, but they are not enough, and you have to watch the servo temperature while robot is running and make sure that it's not overheating 60 or 70 degrees. So that's all for now. Stay tuned and see you in the next video.